What's up, everyone? It's your boy, that's Race 97, aka Nathan Stapleton, and welcome everyone to Chicagoland Speedway as we are set for race number 15 on the season for the Season 4 Powerade Truck Series. Only 4 races remain, and there are some doozies, that is for sure. And we are underneath the lights at Chicagoland Speedway 34 laps faction for the JBL 200. Probably the wildest mile and a half that we go to on the schedule. And with how the points stack up entering this one, who knows what we will expect at the end of the night. I'm Nathan Stapleton, and alongside me once again is Watson up here in the Powerade Truck Series.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Chicagoland, possibly one of the best mile and a halves that we go to. And it's such a treat that we get to come here every season. And we are about to see some fantastic racing, aren't we, Nathan?
It's going to be fantastic. 2, 3 wide, maybe even 4 wide racing. The start is going to be absolutely chaotic. But if they can get through the first 5 laps or so, then we will be in for a nice long green flag one, and this could go clean and going to the end. And if that happens, that will require the one pit stop of the night around lap 22, lap 24. How do you think that's going to play out here tonight?
Well, I think if people plan it and play it right, could cycle out to the lead or possibly up front to where they could point themselves into a better position than when they entered it. I think as far as point situations go, I think people starting in the back, because I do see some blue spoilers there, I think that is definitely going to be a challenge for those in the back. This is a very entertaining mile and a half, but it can be a little tricky at sometimes trying to get to the front if you're starting where the chasers are.
Yeah, for sure. This is a really good race trap, but it is a little bit hard to pass at times. So, if you start in the back, that might not be the best place to be at. After Talladega, here are the points entering race 15 on the season. Clinton Moore is back on top on the point standings. He has a 5-point lead over Jordan Stout in second. Clinton Buchanan is in third. And he's tied with Juan Garcia, 6 points back. Chad Gronkowski -7, Lance Machine -10, Matt Davis -18, Zachary Fitzgerald -21. We have realistically 8 drives with a really good shot, and then we have the defending champion Nathan Baird -32 and Abel -36. With both the country at -40, they still have a mathematical shot but need some help. In the last 4 events, and then Trent Wakefield -57. He's basically out unless he wins the last 4 races of the season for the Powerade Truck Series. Have to wait and see what happens here at Chicagoland Speedway for the JBL 200. Let's go ahead and get these truckers rolling off here at Chicagoland Speedway with the number 18 of Justin Zidell on the pole. And alongside is the Oswego Dirt winner of Eli Bright. Run number 2 is Stephen Collins and Tway Smith. Bad fast all season long. I keep on saying that. He could have won multiple times. He could have won 3, 4, maybe 5 times with how much speed he has had. And unfortunately did not get the ones that he probably deserved. To midfield, the highest chaser starts 5th, and the last time is Matt Davis Clemore. And number 4, and the last time is the number 9 of Nathan Orman. Dominating at the top 10 is Jordan Stout and Nathan Baird. And got a lot of chases, about 4, 5, 6 of them starting up front. Chicagoland Speedway, a crazy mile and a half. Who is picked to win the JBL 200?
Goodness, I hope it's some of the chasers that need a good run, because if they want to stay alive in the chase, especially this far into it, they need to have a good run, or at least win it to stay in it. Who you got?
I'm gonna say Jordan Stout. He's been fast all season. Does not have a win yet this season in the Powerade Truck Series. Starts inside the top 10. A lot of chasers starting up front for once this season, but one of them finally get a win in the season 4 chase. Zidell, Bright, we are green flag racing in the JBL 200 underneath the lights, race 15 on the season. We make it through lap 1 here at Chicagoland with Steven calling out front. Here comes Trenton Wakefield. Here comes Quinn Moore. Jordan Stout. 3 chases on his inside lane making their way up through the field. And we might have a challenger for the race lead away with the 20 and the 24.
Goodness, there on the start, everybody was even Stevens, but then when they got off of turn 2, Justin Zidell got absolutely sandwiched into the wall, almost got into it. He's lucky he didn't get any damage, but now he is falling back like a rock. The top 2 right now separate themselves. We'll see what the gap is, but it's going to be a big one, as now the 25 of Quentin Moore, who is leading the points by 5, definitely needs to hustle to keep his points lead alive.
And for sure, Quinn Moore doing exactly what he needs to do to manage his tight points gap, as crossover, maybe a little bit of a bump and one from Stephen Collin in the 24. He's going to take the race lead back, and around they go in the back of the field.
Oh, there they go. They're wrecking big time.
Not too bad, actually.
Is that the 98?
I think that is the 98 of Josh Williamson, the 15.
Oh, there's Crown. Crown Jr.'s in it.
We'll put the Crown Jr. Not as bad as I thought that was going to be. Looks like only 3 or 4 tours involved. Don't really see a lot of damage for both the Crown Jr. though. They might have just spun out, but unfortunately I think the 15 of Mitchell Collins got the worst end of that. And that's
I'm like you that crash, like, it looked like it was gonna be big because they were spinning right in the middle of the field. But I'm shocked that it wasn't as big as it was. Everybody trying to get themselves single file. A lot of truckers pitting. Jordan Stout oddly staying out here. We'll see how that plays out. Also, I believe that's the 30, another blue spoiler, as everybody makes their way to the pits. But yeah, that was a kind of an odd crash there. The O2 is kind of holding everybody up. What is going on here?
I think they might be trying to get timing and scoring figured out back here, because it was a little bit of a mess racing back in the line, but odd choice for Stout and Davis to stay out here, as have to see what these guys do here. Looks like it's fuel only, so I mean tires are not going to be too bad of a factor.
I guess it won't be.
And yeah, there is. So had to see if what ends up happening with the fuel, because it's about 22-24 laps on fuel. So with these top 2 staying out, which are 2 chases, they might be able to stay out to lap 24, lap 26, compared to these guys. Actually, I'm not entirely sure. These guys that just pitted might be able to stay out to lap 28, lap 30. These 2 would have to pit around lap 24, lap 26 still, so they might be hoping for another quick caution here. But and yeah, the 15 of Mitchell Collins, I did think he got the worst of it, and looks like that's Sally Lap and no hurry on that 15, dead on tools forward. And let's go ahead and see what happens to bring out the first caution of the night here in the JBL 200. Here we go. 4 wide at Chicagoland does not look out that well. And honestly, this could have been a lot worse. Crown Jr. got moved up the race track by further in points Buchanan, and then Williamson pinched him back down, and Buchanan ended up turning the number 19 of both the Crown Jr. And nowhere to go for Josh Williamson, nowhere to go for one of the part-time twists of Cole Raymond getting involved, and he might have taken the biggest hit out of the twists that were involved. And right here, not really too bad of a hit for the 15 of Mitchell Collins, but it was enough for the team to take off the hood. Chad Gronkowski back there with a great wreck avoidance. Yeah, great wreck avoidance from the 16. Only 4 twists involved, and not too bad of a crash, but tough way for both the Crown Jr., who had great speed all season long, but just a terrible chase continues in this one. Depending on what happens to the rest of this one, might take him out of the championship.
This time we're focusing on Roberto Crown Jr. He needed a good run, and this was not a good run indeed. He kind of got shoved up by Buchanan into the 98, and then it goes, and then the field goes. Everybody piling in. The 16 is the only one that got away without any damage, but definitely the bad run continues, and so far as it stands, Brown Jr. is out of the chase contention.
Yeah, it's tough way for this 19 team. Had a lot of speed all season, and I think was up there in the top 3, top 4 in points going into the chase before the regular season ended. So fast all season, but not good in the chase. Top 2 stayed out of Jordan Stout, second in points, and Matt Davis down there, and I believe 7th, 8th in points. So see what strategy works out here, and let's get back to the restart in the JBL 200. Welcome back to Chicagoland Speedway here in Joliet, Illinois, and we will go back green on lap number 8 of 34 in the JBL 200. Pretty calm so far. Got some great racing up front with Wakefield and I believe Stephen Collin in that first green flag run, and the top 2 stayed out on fuel. Everyone that came down took fuel only, so tire's not going to be a big factor. Have to see how fuel ends up taking place down the line here, with Stout and Davis staying out, and then third on back is all on fuel from a new fuel when they pitted, and there are 9 chase drivers inside the top 12. Absolutely amazing job from these chasers. Not seen this all chase so far, but they came to play here tonight at Chicagoland. Nobody is out, but the 15 is in the back with no hood, and then the 19 is also in the back of the field. Pace truck will dive down onto pit road, and we will see the field being led by 4 chasers, and being led by Stout and Davis, who stay out under this caution. If we stay green on this restart, we should see them pit around lap 24-26, and everybody else around lap 28 and lap 30. A great jump from Jordan Stout on the restart.
What a gap he's gotten on the 30. Everybody was scrambling there on the restart, but the 7 was just in his own little world right there. But watch out for the run with the 30. He's going to come back with a big one. But talk about strategy here. I bet they're gambling on being another caution. Whether they're the result of the caution or if somebody else makes a mistake further on back, because now they are going to battle for the lead lap after the restart. But yeah, strategy, I just think they're banking on that there's going to be another caution, but even that, they kind of screwed themselves there because everybody else already pit for more fuel. Tires, obviously, isn't a big issue since they didn't take any. So, what do you think may be the issue? Or at least what they're going for?
Yeah, I kind of agree with what we're saying. I think they are banking on another caution, and the way that these guys are racing, I wouldn't be completely surprised about it. But if we don't get a caution, they would basically be doing the undercut, and that's the interesting thing is I don't know what will end up working for these drivers, the undercut or the overcut. But tires, we saw this in the post-time qualifying, they fell off enough, but not that bad after only 4 laps. So that's probably why nobody took tires there. And we still have chases 1, 2, 3 with Matt Davis out front, Stout in second, and the point of Quinton Moore in third. Right now, as it stands, with Stout in second in points and Moore in first, it would be a 4-point gap now, I believe, for the championship. Actually, I think Stout was leading under that caution, so he got bonus points. So I think it would be 3 points, between the top 2 in points. But watch out for Ormond. He's had a rough season. He did win at Richmond, but other than that, it's been a bad season for him. And here's a guy that's had a terrible season, and I was not expecting whatsoever. Benny Watson in the number 23. Great one to see him up front, as we got both GMS trucks inside the top 10. And oh boy, Quinn Moore, he has 2 wins on the season, and he might want to get his third here tonight at Chicagoland.
Quinton Moore wants to make sure that he remains the points leader leaving Chicagoland. They almost spun out back there. Good thing they kept it straight, but Max Davis is continuing to dominate this race after the restart. He needs all the points that he can get. Every lap he leads is more into the lost 18 points that he has on Quinton Moore, or whoever is the leader at the moment. But if he wants to keep his chances alive, what he's doing is definitely a good start. I think if he wants to definitely get back into contention, a win would be massive.
Yeah, for sure. Davis already got 1 bonus point for leading a lap, and he's trying to lead the most laps
Watson's
here.
gonna go 3
As
wide.
Watson, hello, not seen him all season long, couldn't get the bottom to what that middle lane is going to be the place where you want to be most of the night to make some passes. And talk about someone that we've not seen all race long. Here comes Nathan Bale, the defending champion, as he's going to bump Benny Watson out of the way. Crazy racing for 3rd place.
Talking about Benny Watson and Nathan Ormond, they've been nobodies this season.
Oh, and we got a second
out.
caution. This is going to play right into Stout and Davis's wheelhouse, I think. And oh no, Aaron
another
Abel.
chaser.
And oh, we're looking again.
Oh, they're crashing under caution. What is this? Oh my goodness.
Shane Winsoff, the 45 of Dylan Matthews this week is destroying.
Eric Sean.
And done at Sean Dale Camel. No clue what happened right there. Oh boy.
My gosh.
Well, see you then.
There's the caution.
Yeah, there's the
caution
caution
that they needed.
And nobody's gonna come down pit. Well, here's the thing. If we get enough cautions, can they make it on fuel? I doubt it, but who knows?
It would be a stretch. That's for sure. It would be a stretch, but I mean, now that they didn't come into pit, and now all of the trucks that were in the crash are pitting, maybe they do have enough. Maybe they are just punching that clutch in and hoping that what they have in the fuel tank lasts. But this is going to be a fuel strategy race, isn't it?
It might be. It very well might be here at Chicagoland. Oh boy, well.
These are the best type of races.
We've had that 2 or 3 times already this season, so it's not a stranger at all here in the Powerade Truck Series in Season 4. And unfortunately, I think the main crash was just for the 4, but then a secondary crash racing back to the line. Let's go ahead and see what about the second caution of the night in the JBL 200.
Going on to the backstretch here. Everybody trying to make their way through. And then out of the blue, 4 hits a bump. And then Fogelman hits a bump. And then if you saw really closely there, the 16 got into the back bumper of Fogelman, sent him into Abel. And then it was off from there. But then here, this is where it gets exciting here, Nathan. Then they try to slow up, trying to get single file, and then they make more contact, and then the 45 gets put up into the wall big time by the 12, the 17 gets clipped, and then it's on from there. Multiple cars involved. They make it down to the pits, and then Eric Sean is in another crash in less than a lap's time. And then here comes Aaron Abel. He's lucky he missed this one.
Yeah. If anything, this might be 3 spots for Aaron Abel to at least salvage something here, but tough way for Dylan Matthews in the 45 this week. He's going to be done. Sean, 2 crashes in 1 caution period and in 1 lap, basically. The 15, all the way a bad night. The 99 of Dale Camel, the 12 of Anthony Hernandez, and the 98 of Josh Williamson as well. All with tough nights there, but who are not having a tough night is most of these chases still up front and nobody pitted. Let's see what happens here in the restart in the JBL 200. Welcome back to Chicagoland Speedway for Season 4 of the Powerade Truck Series. We will go back going on lap number 19 of 34. I believe past halfway through the JBL 200. It's been a wild one. Great racing and a couple of cautions, but nothing like what we saw at Talladega last week with Stephen Collin very well about 18 times. But Matt Stapleton will lead us back to the green flag with Quinn Moore in second. Ben Watson with his best one of the season in third. Stout in fourth. Baird in fifth and Wakefield in sixth. Ormond in seventh. Lance Smith Jr. in 8th, Stephen Collin in 9th, and Ben Moore in 10th. So as you can see, a lot of chases up front, and unfortunately we have 2 people out, and is number 98 of Josh Williamson and the 45 of Dylan Matthews. So have to wait and see what happens here, as I believe we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chases inside the top 10, and we got 4 of them inside the top 5. pace short onto pit road, and Matt Davis will lead us back to the restart. Really get another good one here at Chicagoland. And it looks like he does.
Indeed he does. The gap from him and Quinton Moore is substantial. The gap between Moore and Watson, not that big. Watson is going to try and make a move, but he's not going to be able to make a move because the 44 of Nathan Baird, he is there. He's going to make the move. He is going for third. Is he going to make it?
Oh boy, what a restart from Nathan Baird in the 44. Baird, of course, the Season 3 champion. He's trying to have a shot. He's 9th in points and we got a caution again.
I saw them getting in the wall. I'm not sure. Oh, the 17 again, and Roberto Crown Jr. again. Oh boy. Right, they got slowed up. Good job.
Not really sure what happened there. Now this is starting to get into a little bit of a caution fest, and this is Chicagoland for you. It can be like this sometimes, but that's a little bit close. And racing back to the line, it's gonna be Matt Davis winning it. And be careful, guys. Back here, 3 wide.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay, we're good.
We're all just praying that they don't wreck again.
Chicagoland. It can be like this. That's never mind.
Oh, they're wrecking again! They did it!
As soon as we turned away from...
Goodness.
Okay, we just need a camera on everyone, apparently, because as soon as we looked away, the one got spun, I believe. Let's see here. And then, but he's gonna come down pit road. The 14.
One has to. What? He's not gonna?
No one's coming back down. Surely they can make it. I mean, it's 20 to 24 laps on fuel, so they would have to save 10 to 12 laps on fuel. But with all these caution laps, maybe they can do it. Maybe. But, let's go ahead and see what happens about the third caution of the night here at Chicagoland. And, Chicagoland, this just happens to be why it's the craziest mile and a half on the schedule. Let's see what happens to be at caution number 3 of the night. Here we go, racing really hard in the back of the field, almost 4 wide. And they fan it back down to 3 wide and maybe even 2 wide. But part-time trucker Trevor Williams Jr. turns Shane Winslow into the most recent winner of 20 Ida, the number 66, and she's gonna go into the outside wall. And watch Roberto Crown Jr. and his number 19 trying to point salvage anything that he can, gets onto the brakes and does a great job of not getting involved. So another minor crash here tonight at Chicagoland. That's good to see, but I don't think Winslow or Ida are going to be happy with the part-time driver of Trevor Williams Jr.
Going into turn 3 here, the 41 up on the high side. He sees the run coming. He sees it formulating. It's there. And then he runs in the back of the 17. And Trinity Ida, also an innocent bystander, gets collected in it. Crown Jr., amazing. Putting the anchors on right there. And then here comes this pack. I thought they were going to rear-end Crown Jr. there, but 41 not making any friends here recently. My goodness. And then we have more calamity under caution. Me and Nathan both were gasping, and hoping that they did not wreck under caution. Just wait for it in a few moments. So Elijah Gordon, historically, we've known he has not had a great season. But wait just a little bit more. So this is where we cut out, right here. And then something happens.
And
he gets turned. Oh my goodness. Any Moore does not like him. Oh my gosh.
Got beef at Chicagoland. Luckily, the one saved it, but that's what happened to Gordon. A rough season, and a rough chase for him for being a non-chaser, and it all started since Pocono. And it's been a rough handful of races since then. But let's see here. We're gonna have about 13 laps to go. Can we stay clean and green to the end of this thing? And will these guys have enough fuel to make it? Let's find out with chasers 1, 2, 3 on the restart here at Chicagoland. Welcome back to Chicagoland on Speedway. We will go back green on that 25 net stop by, and we will have a 10 lap shootout left in this one in the JBL 200. We still don't know if these drivers can make it on field from here. We've had a lot of caution laps, so maybe they can. But that caution really shouldn't have happened, but it did, and I don't think too many drivers are going to be happy with the 41 of Trevor Williams Jr., and I don't think Elijah Gordon's going to be too happy with the 5 of Benny Moore. Matt Davis will lead us back to the green flag, and all these caution laps and all these cautions are helping him pretty much secure the bonus point for leading the most laps here tonight. A much needed bonus point for him, being 7th in the point standings, only 18 points back into this one. Moore in 2nd, Bale 3rd, Watson in 4th, Orman in 5th, the number 20 of Wakefield in 6th, Stout in 7th, Collin in 8th, Lance Smith Jr. in 9th, and Elijah Gordon, who got a spot back and still inside the top 10. 10 laps to go. Can these truckers make it? Let's find out. Davis, can he get go for 3 for 3 on restarts? No, not really. Does not get as good of a restart this time, and now we might have a battle for the race lead on the restart with Moore, Baird, and Davis. Baird wants to go after the race lead for himself.
He is not waiting around. He wants to go, and he is not taking any prisoners. He may have a run for the lead here on the backstretch. Not quite, but he's still battling for 2nd. That could result in something. Could he dive it in? He is there. He is side by side with the 30. And they are stacking and not piling up, but close to it everywhere. Oh my goodness, watch out.
Nathan
Now all the chasers are up here. This is incredible. We have not had a race so far in the chase where all of the chasers are up here now. And now Baird has a massive run. He's going for it onto the backstretch, and he may go for the lead, diving it in. But watch out, here's more. And the caution is out again, I believe.
The caution is back out. Don't know what the squirrels in the back of the field are doing as Moore almost turns Baird for 2nd place. Davis will lead us back to the line. I don't know what's going on back here. And looks like it's...
Oh my gosh, it's Aaron Abel again.
I'm noticing a
this
theme.
Is amazing for Max Davis collecting points. This is everything that he needs to do. And if there's another caution from here to the finish, I believe that the race will end. Yeah, and then there's another chaser. That's the 16 truck.
And that's big.
Chad Gronkowski, that is a run that he desperately needed. He was right there between in that 10 points from himself and into the lead. Excuse my stuttering, that was awful. But this was a run that he definitely needed to go right, and it's not going that way, unfortunately.
Yeah, Chad Gronkowski was 5th in points, only 7 points back. And that's not good for him. And I'll tell you what, up front, the racing is fantastic here tonight at Chicagoland, putting on a show. But it's these guys in the back, and mostly the damaged trucks that have been involved in crashes up to this point that are causing the problems here. And nobody stay out, so I think with all these caution laps, they might be able to stay out for the rest of this race. Have to wait and see. But for the 4th time tonight, let's see what happens to bring out the caution here at Chicagoland for the JBL 200. Well, here we go. These guys in the back of the field are just stuck in 3rd gear, going 155 miles an hour, and that's part of the problem here. Just stuck behind Eric Sean and entering turn 3 and Abel, and Dale Camel, I believe, turns Eric Sean. And actually, no. It's all kind of a stack up. And okay, yep, Dale Campbell does turn a 52. And that stacks everybody up. And then the 15 turns the 4. And the 99 and the 52 save it. So a simple spin from from Abel. This does not bring out the caution, but this was the first wreck in the back of the field.
Talk about putting salt in a wound here, Nathan. Aaron Abel has been caught up in now 2 separate crashes. one that indefinitely ended his chase contention, but now this is just terrible. He's stuck with these clowns, and he can't go anywhere because he's so slow, he has so much damage, but he doesn't want to give up. And then they crash again under caution, and you would not be surprised to find that the 41 is involved. This time it was big. Check it out.
So yeah, as Bronson was saying here, Trevor Williams Jr. already let a non-chaser, but now he lets a actual chaser in Chad Gronkowski, who's 5th in points, and the caution's all the way out. So because of what happened in the back, but Chad Gronkowski was not gonna take it, and he just went back up into the racetrack, a huge hit into the outside wall for him, and Seidel, and Trevor Williams Jr. So Trevor Williams Jr. might have tipped off Chad Gronkowski right there, and that's really gonna hurt his championship hopes. And unfortunately, that's gonna make it 4 of 5 drivers now not happy with Trevor Williams Jr. after this one.
This crash right here is nothing short of vicious. The 41, I gave the benefit of the doubt. I thought he had a run, but here this is just blatant wrecking. This is terrible. He wrecks a chase contender and just drives off. He has minimal damage. He takes out 2 other trucks. One that was the pole sitter, mind you, and now one that needed points and is now probably going to drop like a rock after this race is all said and done. The 41 definitely not making any friends, and up here in the booth, we're not buying whatever excuse he's going to have. This is... he's a maniac. Let's say that.
I will give him the benefit of the doubt. It's one thing to wreck a non-chaser, and I do think the first one was a little bit of a racing incident. This one, I don't know what happened between them, but it was clearly a dumping one. Or just a simple dump that the 41 tried, and I cannot defend him for that one. But hopefully, if these squirrels in the back can stop, and we can have a green flag finish here at Chicagoland with Matt Davis out front in the JBL 200. Welcome back to Chicagoland Speedway. It's definitely been a race of all time here. The racing up front has been fantastic whenever we stay green, but the damage trucks in the back just cannot stop wrecking here at Chicagoland. And you can look at the average speed, less than 100 miles an hour at a mile and a half. That is shocking, to say the least. Matt Davis out front, Baird in second. He might have something for this 30 truck, honestly. Have to see. Honestly, we start Moore, Ormond, Wakefield, Stout, Watson, Cohen, Moore, Benny Moore, and Lance Smith Jr. rounds out the top 10. It's going to be a 4-lap shootout at Chicagoland Speedway. Matt Davis won at Martinsville, trying to get win number 2 on the season. And the defending champion Nathan Baird trying to get his first. And Quinn Moore trying to have the most wins on the season with 3. Chases 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. 4-lap shootout. Can we make it? Here we go. Davis, hold on. And oh my goodness, the best jump all night long for Davis.
That might have been the money jump right here. Let's see if the 44 has anything. But right now, the Quentin Moore has a mirror full of the 20 truck. The 20 truck, Trenton Wakefield. He is mathematically out of it, but that won't stop him from making more ground. The 44 now getting back to full power. Let's see if he has anything with 3 laps to go, coming back around next time around. But now the 20 is underneath the 25. Let's see if we can make it back around without crashing. I believe we will. The 30 leads another one. Another lap to go to his tally. 44 tries to reel him in, and he does. Let's see if the 44 of Nathan Baird has anything.
Defending champion Nathan Baird, he's been moving up through the field the entire race on these short ones, and he might have something here for Matt Davis. Davis trying to get win number 2. Baird trying to get his first win since last season, where he won the championship. 2 laps to go at the line. Davis out front, Baird in second.
They were in the wall back there, but they kept it going. I was afraid that they were going to spin out. A caution now would end the race.
And it does.
And it is! The caution is out again! And it is Aaron Abel once more. Spins on the apron, racing back around to get the checkered flag. Does Nathan Baird have anything left? No, he doesn't. Coming to the caution flag, the 30 truck, Max Davis, will win if he can coast it back around.
Well, this is the race of all time. I blame the trucks in the back of the field. Boy, oh boy. Max Davis, he did exactly what he needed to do. I think he had a fast truck, but he also got 4 perfect restarts here at Chicagoland, and we have to see if he can coast it to 3 and 4, because he never pitted. But with all the caution laps, he didn't have to. So, definitely a race for sure. And Stout's going to get a top 6 with the same strategy. Tough play for Aaron Abel here tonight, spinning out 3 times. And, very unfortunate. This race had potential, and it was a good race when it was staying green, but it didn't. Max Davis is going to get win number 2 on the season. This might get him back into championship contention in the last 3 races on the season.
I mean, he did everything that he needed to do. He needed points. He came out. He showed everybody why he is in the chase. He gets the win. Congratulations. Aaron Abel leaves Chicagoland with a destroyed truck and broken feelings, to be honest. He got wrecked. Spun out 3 different times. You name it. It was a mess. But for everybody up front, it was amazing. Look at the top 4 chasers. Everybody up there, much needed points. Quentin Moore, who leads by 5 points coming into this race. I bet that gap closes. We are having a historic chase right here, Nathan.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, we've done the playoff system in the past, but it's always the Final 4. I didn't really like that anymore, so we got the chase, and who knows, we might have at least 4 drivers get to on for the championship shot. Wakefield is going to close in. Don't know if he's going to have a shot, but Baylor's definitely going to close in. He was 9th. Davis was in 7th. He's going to gain a lot. And before we get to the finishing results, let's see what happened to Aaron Abel to bring out the 5th and final caution here tonight at Chicagoland. Well, I don't think many drivers are going to be happy with each other. Mitchell Collins turned Aaron Abel, a chase driver, the 2nd time in this race, and this one was a lot worse than the first one. Just absolutely dumped him off at turn number 4, and nowhere to go for Dale Campbell, but he ends up being fine. And watch this hit as right here into the safe barrier and off the ground and on top of the 15 truck. Absolutely a humongous hit for Aaron Abel in the number 4 truck. And the 18 and 52 are going to miss him. I can see why the officials put out the caution, because the 4 truck about went upside down here off turn number 4. And unfortunately, a 3rd crash of the night for Aaron Abel.
Full speed here, turn 3. Mitchell Collins all over the back bumper. He's had enough with the 4 truck. For why, I have no idea. Like you said, a humongous hit to the outer safer barrier in turn 4 for the 4 truck. Aaron Abel, a bad day, turns from worse to terrible here tonight. Awful stuff for Aaron Abel. Again, putting salt in the wound here. He wasn't having a very good race to begin with, and he now leaves with a further destroyed truck and deeper into the points than he left, or than he came into.
Yeah, for sure. Not what Aaron Abel wanted. Not a lot of the drivers in the back of the field wanted. They just kept on wrecking, and not what I was expecting whatsoever. Unfortunately, 5 cautions and 34 laps. That's honestly kind of disappointing from the people in the back of the field that had damage, but you know who's not complaining? All these chasers up front. 5 chasers up front, 6 chasers up front. Actually, like 7 or 8 of them. So only 3 or 4 chasers had problems, and Max Davis is going to get the win here at Chicagoland. And well, Bronson, that was definitely a race of all time here at Chicagoland Speedway. Gonna be very fun for me to edit this. But Max Davis gets the win. Baylor in 2nd, Wakefield in 3rd, Moore 4th, Ormond 5th, Stout 6th, Collins 7th, Watson 8th, Benny Moore in 9th, DeLillo, how about DeLillo? Not a good season at all for him, and he gets a top 10 out of nowhere. Lance Smith Jr. in 11th, Gordon 12th, Buchanan 13th, White 14th, Reynolds, John Hernandez, Mon Garcia, Tampon, Tway Smith, and Jason Lowe rounds out the top 20. So many chasers up inside the top 20. Love to see it, and unfortunately, the 45 and the 98 were out of this one, and all those trucks had damage in this one, and it's very unfortunate here at Chicagoland Speedway. Not what we were expecting at all, but when they weren't crashing, it was good up front, but unfortunately they crashed a lot in the back. What's some final thoughts here at Chicagoland Speedway?
I think we pretty much summed it up pretty accurately pre-race. We said that it was going to be kind of hard to pass in the back. We didn't expect it would be this kind of difficulty to pass, especially with all the cautions that we had. We just thought it was going to be naturally hard to pass in one another. While it's a very racy track, it can be difficult at times, and we definitely saw that difficulty with the amount of crashes, with the amount of cautions, with the amount of calamity that we saw in the middle to back half of this pack. Just a crazy race, but definitely a very clutch race for Max Davis and the 30 truck team. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to the top four. All chasers, all in need of points. They definitely came to Chicago, to Chi-Town, to come and do what they needed to do.
Well, here's the update. Chase standings. Moore has a 6-point lead over Jordan Stout, and Matt Davis plus 4 positions up to third, 13 points back. Hunter Buchanan in 4th, minus 15. Lance Smith Jr. is in 5th, minus 17. And then lining out the top 6 is the Season 1 champion, Juan Garcia, minus 19. Nathan Baylor is in 7th, minus 30. Chad Gronkowski, with his unfortunate break here tonight, that dropped him to 8th in points, minus 41. Fitzwater, minus 43. Wakefield minus 55, Roberto Clown Jr. minus 61, and then Aaron Abel minus 68. So, safe to say that Abel, Wakefield, and Roberto Clown Jr. are all out of this one, and then barely hanging on to a thread is Fitzwater and Chad Gronkowski. But the top 6 separated by 19 points going into Watkins Glen, Phoenix, and Homestead. We are in for a treat in the Powerade Truck Series. Who knew that this would be the case when we decided to throw away the playoff system? This chase has been absolutely fantastic. What a race here at Chicagoland. It was a race of all time, and Matt Davis with the win here tonight. And until tomorrow for the Advanced Outpost 500 at Charlotte Motor Speedway, hopefully it's a lot better than this one. I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.